episode of Handlebar ASMR. Well, if you hadn't recognized yet that I'm Southern, well, bless your heart, I'm very Southern. In fact, to most Southern people, I'd be considered a hick. I try to hide my Southern accent in the videos a lot of times, and as a kid, I tried to hide my Southern accent because even in the South, I have a very strong Southern accent that kind of sets me apart. But as I grew older, I just saw that that's just another thing that makes me who I am and a little bit different, and who wants to be the same as everybody else, you know? So, a lot of people see a Southern accent and the first thing they think is, you're stupid. Well, it's not that we're stupid, we just talk different. But the other thing is, a lot of people actually like to hear a Southern accent and they're just mystified by it. I hope that you're one of those people, because today I'm actually going to say a lot of Southern slang terms, and you're going to hear them from a real Southern guy. So, here goes. We're having a coming to Jesus meeting. That means we're going to talk about something really important. Well, bless your heart. That's usually after you say something negative about somebody. She's dumber than a bag of bricks. Bless her heart. Well, doesn't that just fry your tater? You can't waller with the pigs and not get dirty. And you can't lay with the dogs and not get fleas. You don't do. That's rather than you won't do. It's you don't do. Y'all ain't right. You ain't from around here, are you? A lot of people like to hear me say tire, fire, and wire. I don't know why I don't hear it. I'm about to whoop your ass. Or more, I'm fixing to whoop your ass. Well, look who's coming down yonder. Act like you've been to town before. If that'd been a snake, it would have bit me. Well, why don't you just skedaddle? I'm gonna fix me a mater sandwich and some mashed taters. She's madder than a wet hen. How's your mama and them? Rather than how's your mama and them, it's a them. Well, I do declare. Oh, hell no. He ain't got the good sense that God gave a goat. I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. And that's finer than frog's hair. And I'm full as a dick on a hound dog. What in tarnation are you doing? That doesn't amount to a hill of beans. If you can't remember what it's called, we just call it a doohickey. You're preaching to the choir. I love you a bushel and a peck. And she's madder than a cat getting baptized. But this ain't my first rodeo. And I'm grinning like a possum eating grits. It really comes out on that one. Worse than trying to herd cats. Haven't seen you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. And what in the Sam hell? He's nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. And she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. 'Cause I reckon so. Y'all could drive a preacher to drink, and she could charm the dew off a honeysuckle. He's living high on the hog, but on the other hand, he ain't got a pot to piss in. You're getting too big for your britches, and you're as useless as teats on a boar's hound. Boar's hog. Sorry about that. Oh God. Saying all these things together really brings it out. Goodness gracious. Ain't no skin off my nose. All gussied up with nowhere to go. I got a hankering for some cornbread. It came a gully washer. I could give two hoots and a holler. make a silk purse out of a hog's ear. Goodness gracious and heavens to Betsy. I haven't seen you in a coon's age. And he's a real humdinger. She can't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, hush my mouth. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's just some southern sayings that you might hear if you come down south. And surprisingly, you'll hear them more often than you'd think, especially in more rural areas like where I'm from. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll come back soon. So, I hope to see you if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. So y'all come back now, you hear?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.